Glasgow City Council has a long tradition of accommodating people seeking asylum from some of the most perilous corners of the world. But has the city reached saturation point? The City Council believes it might have, and it's asked the UK government to temporarily stop sending asylum seekers under the UK-wide dispersal scheme. Well, Alan Casey is an SNP councillor who's the city's executive cabinet member for homelessness and is here with us now. Good evening, Alan.
Good evening.
So just tell us what the situation is right now, because Glasgow as a city takes more asylum seekers than other parts of Scotland, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've been a proud asylum dispersal city for a number of years, and as I say, we want to continue to do so. But right now, the decisions of the UK government in terms of fast-tracking asylum cases has put additional pressure onto the system in Glasgow, amongst other things that have been happening in the city. I suppose we're at a stage where we've been signalling our concerns for some time to the UK government. So I say this shouldn't come as a surprise to them in terms of our calls to temporarily suspend the dispersal process to allow us time to plan for the people and support the people who are in the city currently, so that we can support them into more permanent accommodation.
And why is it an appealing place to come for people? Explain what it is about the emergency homelessness situation that makes it somewhere that people want to come.
Well, Glasgow has always been a welcoming city. We're really good at integration, and I think it's somewhere people like to come, and we provide really good support in the city for people who are seeking refuge here. And I think that's why, obviously, there is people who are coming to seek refuge in our city. But as I say, the issue is that the UK government have changed the process, and they're not backed it up with financial resources. In fact, they're not even sitting around the table speaking to us to try and work out a plan about how we get people and support people from the Home Office accommodation into more temporary, more permanent, suitable accommodation moving forward.
Now, they said that we are working right across the UK to give councils as much notice as possible of newly recognised refugees, have doubled the move-on period to 56 days and have mobilised liaison officers to support asylum seekers in the Glasgow City Council area. I mean, is that enough? What are you looking to hear?
Yeah. Well, what has also happened in that last year, though, is the number of people who the Home Office are accommodating in the city has doubled over the last year. And I suppose 42% of those open homelessness applications in the city are made up of people who have been granted leave to remain. So what we're asking for, as I say, that temporary pause for us to get round the table with the UK government and work on a plan to be able to support people as best as we possibly can. As I say, we've had a great track record of doing that in the past, and we want to still continue to do that as we move forward.
And of course, you have other homelessness applications within the city that you need to try to honour as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I say, we declared a housing emergency a couple of years ago, and we're working through our emergency action plan in terms of how we address that. We need to be building more houses. We need to be creating more opportunities in terms of lets with our registered social landlords. But as I say, this is compounding the issue. And as I say, the UK government really need to get round the table and have serious discussions with us about how we actually do this in a more managed way moving forward.
OK.